Hey guys, welcome back, and in this video we'll be taking a look at how we can make our app speak. So sometimes you might want your user to hear something then show it, because showing something might take some space in the UI. So I'll start by creating a new single view application. Let's open up Xcode, clean underscore project, or single view app, and I'm going to go ahead and call this let's talk. I'm just going to save this on my desktop. You can save it wherever you want. And I'm going to open this up in full screen. Go to the main.storyboard. Open up the object library, and I'm going to drag in, not a label actually, drag in a text field. Just so that the text field is visible, I'm going to change this to a lot of new colors. Let's say system yellow color. Okay, let's go with this. Actually, a nice thing. Yeah. So that's a nice size. Let's just set the placeholder to type something. Oops, not some tongue, but something. So we have a text field right here. Then I'm going to drag in a button. And let's make the text color white. And the background color a dark text color. And this is going to say speak. And that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to speak. Let's probably make the height 60. And let's increase the font size significantly so that looks nice. Let's take our assistant editor. I'm going to get my view controller here. Make this my view controller. Now I'm going to drag this in. I'm just going to call this input, and I'm going to call this speak action. Let's take a full screen. So very simple. It's not at all hard. So let's first of all say guard let text to speak is equal to input dot text, and I'm also going to check that text to speak is not equal to this, else we're going to return out of the function. Build to check everything's fine. Next up, we're going to create a speech synthesizer, but before we do that, we're going to have to import AV foundation. Beautiful. Now let's create our let speech synthesizer is going to be equal to AV speech synthesizer. But before we do that, we're going to create a speech utterance. So let's say let utterance is equal to AV speech utterance, and guess what? It takes a string, and that's going to be our text to speak. So now our speech synthesizer is going to take equal to AV space speech, and I'm going to say speech synthesizer dot speak. It takes an utterance, and that's going to be our utterance. And that's it. Hopefully very understandable, very simple. We created outlets and actions. So what we're doing is we're guarding against the text to speak and making sure that it is not nil. We're also checking that this variable is not equal to an empty string. If that is the case, we're going to return. and then we're creating a speech utterance which takes in a string which is going to be our text to speak, and then we're creating a speech synthesizer and we're asking it to speak, or actually you know what, you could probably even do it this way. AV speech, speech synthesizer dot speak. You could do it that way, but this is just my preference. Oops. So let's type in something. Let's say Swift is cool. Hit speak.
Swift is cool.
That's it. Let's type in what is my name.
What is my name?
I can type in whatever I want.
We joy waku.
Even blabbers. But if I don't type in anything and hit speak, nothing happens because it goes through this guard statement and it guards against this. That's a lot of garbage. So there's a very simple way. Option click over here and you'll get this. I believe you go into arguments and you add one environment variable and type OS underscore activity underscore mode. I believe that's what it's called. And here just type in disable. And I think that's going to just get rid of all this nonsense. Hopefully it does that. But you got the main idea of how this works. So okay, it still gives out this blabber. But, let's type probably I am great. Let's type some Hindi probably.
AAP.
Wow.
W hat. What?
About 10 meters.
10 meters.
Oh, wow.
10 kilometers. KM.
Okay, so if I say 1 km.
1 kilometer.
So as you can see, that's how you can make your app talk. So there are probably better methods of doing this, but this is the by far the simplest method that you can ever think of. What if I import
Jehaku.
wow. So you could probably import anything. I just wanted to check that out. But you know, whatever. So to revise what we did, we imported AV Foundation along with UI Kit. Then in this class view controller, which is connected to this right here, we created an outlet for our text field, which is this right here. And then we created an IB action for the speak button. And then we're guarding against the text to speak. So first of all, we're checking if it is equivalent to input.text. So if you check this text property, it is an option. So we're checking that is not nil. Then the text to speak, we're making sure that it is not equal to empty. If that is the case, if this doesn't go into one of these guard statements, we're going to return out the function. So then if the text to speak goes past these two guard statements, we're creating an AV speech utterance. We're creating this, which takes a string, which is going to be the text to speak, which is what is entered into this text field. AV speech. Let's see what happens. Then we're creating a speech synthesizer, and we're asking it to speak, and the speak takes in an utterance, as you can see, AV speech utterance, and we're passing in the utterance which we just created here. So
AV speech utterance. AV speech utterance.
So there you go. Let's type in.
Waku.
I really like hearing this, and this sounds very much like this. Hi.
Hi, Felix Semdegs.
It sounds very much like that, and but I don't know why it called me Felix Zemdex. Like I've searched a lot of his stuff too, because I queued. But I don't know why it's calling me Felix Zemdex. It's probably because. Anyways, so
QWDQW. Bye guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you in my next one.